We thought that we should categorize them by how they change the world,
or in our point of view, how they change the world,
and not really change the world
for
and
us.
Kind of in the middle. And so we actually wrote about the people who we thought kind of changed the world and didn't really
for us.
And so the people who didn't really change the world were Mark Morris and Mozart, and in the middle were Yo-Yo Ma, Robert Ballard, David Keller, and Helen Keller and Annie Sullivan.
Well, Annie Sullivan, we thought she was kind of one, but the Helen Keller and Annie Sullivan were in the same picture, so we put them in the middle.
Yeah, and so for what we wrote about Mark Morris was he only made dances that were already made, but he changed the moves in his head. He only changed the dance world, not our world. And it's a nickname for Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart. And he didn't change our world, but he changed the world of music because he thought of different keys that went well together. He only played music and didn't do anything else, really.
Can you give an example of someone who changed the world for all of us?
Lewis and Clark.
Because if Lewis and Clark never went on the expedition, we would not be here right now as California.
Only changed the perspective of the underworld, that aka the ocean, that we knew about. He just made it clear for us to see about what the ocean is, and he only told us what is in the ocean. And
based on like how much they explored. So I put Albert Einstein right here because he explored science and he made a lot of inventions. And of course I put the Lewis and Clark expedition right here because if they hadn't explored America, then it would have been owned differently, like Spain would have fought.
Mariel, tell us about how the paper's organized. Are the explorers on the top the ones that have explored the most? The ones below them explored less? I'm not sure how your paper's organized.
Like up here, like these are more explorers, like who explored more to me. And then down here, they explored a little bit less to me. And Helen Keller, I don't think that she really explored anything besides sign language, but I think that Annie Sullivan actually explored like some other things, but it's kind of hard to explain what she explored.
We both kind of designed it on a scale from 1 to 10.
And what do the numbers mean?
It's on a scale like of how much they were an explorer, depending on how they explored it.
I'm still not sure what the numbers mean.
So the numbers mean like when they're 10, they're just a perfectly good explorer.
Perfectly good explorer.
They're like the explorer that they really impacted the whole like entire world.
So that's different then. The 10 means the explorer impacted the entire world, and the 1 means the explorer impacted a small part of the world. Am I right with that?
Yeah, but sometimes in our paper it actually means some of them we just ranked them because some like
Can you give us some examples of high numbers and low numbers? Maybe that would help.
the high one was Lewis and Clark. We put for 9/10.
Why?
Because without Lewis and Clark, they on their expedition, Spain could have owned all that kind of land, and America wouldn't be who it is
we
right
wouldn't
now.
be here today. And then David.
Give an example of a low number too.
Okay, that one.
Helen Keller.
Because she didn't really. All she's doing is just learning sign language. Lots of people have disabilities just like her, and sometimes some of the people even have more disabilities than her, and they're still learning sign language.
Yeah,
so
and they're not famous. Yeah. She's kind of an explorer for not because she's like an explorer, but she's
just famous.
She's famous.
And then sort of in the middle one, we put David Kelly because sort of,
He designed the Apple Mouse.
but
Lots of other things too.
yeah, but the reason why we said we put him at a 6 or 7, that's why I put it there, because he the new Apple Mouse actually. Well, I was going to say something about the new Apple Mouse.
Kurt, see if I understand, because if you compare Lewis and Clark to David Kelly, they're both kind of explorers, but Lewis and Clark really changed a whole lot for a whole lot of people. David Kelly did too, but I think you're saying that it had a much bigger impact. Lewis and Clark did.
Yeah.
Where does Einstein fall?
A 9/9, because he created different theories and he made different inventions and different.
And looking at Robert Ballard, how is he ranked?
A 9/10 because he discovered
The discovery.
Yeah.
Where Helen Keller it's a very modest, it's personal. For Robert Ballard, his discoveries are large and they could change a lot of things. And David Kelly, his discoveries are smaller than that. They're significant to changing our lives, but in terms of size of discovery, it's a smaller size. Am I correct there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And
Let's move on.
And it's
now.
also
James?
comparing.
We basically didn't finish, but we had so we graded them sort of like you would grade us.
On a rubric.
And we put the grades as curiosity and reflection, like past and future, and focus,
Learning, fearlessness, and decision.
decision.
And we said that
Let me come back just to make sure I'm clear about what you're saying. It's a rubric,
yeah,
and the categories of the rubric include fearlessness,
curiosity, passion, their reflection, their focus, their learning, and their decision.
so there's 6 categories to your rubric.
But it's more than that because we said curiosity is 14 30-seconds of their score. Their reflectiveness is 7 30-seconds of their score. Their focus is 3 30-seconds of their score. Their learning is 3 30-seconds. Fearlessness is 2 30-seconds. Decision is 2 30-seconds. And then so for example, say if they got a 2 in curiosity, we'd write out 14 2s and say they got a 3 in past and future. We write out 7 3s because it's 30, and so in all there'd be 32 numbers, and we'd add up all those 32 numbers and then divide them by 32, so we get their average score. We only were able to finish it for Mark Morris, and his official score was 2.56456161.
Oh my gosh.
And to be precise, we used a calculator.
So I'm following you somewhat. Can you describe which are a high one, a middle, and a low? On your scale, what were the high flyers?
Who were the people who got high scores, Joseph? Probably the people who got the highest scores were definitely Tyler, Robert Ballard.
Where did Magellan fall on your list?
Magellan, he sort of fell in between an explorer and non-explorer.
Pretty high, actually.
I mean, for curiosity, he got a 3. For past and future, he got a 3. For focus, he got a 4. For learning, he got a 3. For fearlessness, he got a 4.5. And for decision, he got a 3.5.
Okay, Einstein.
Einstein, he got a 4.5 on curiosity. Past and future, he got a 2.5. Focus, he got a 5. Learning, he got a 4. Fearlessness, he got a 1. And decision, he got a 3. And then we were going to average all of them, but we ran out of time. So can we have more time later, like tomorrow or something? I disagree. I